Welcome back to the vlog, guys.
Why is it that a quick little trip for us always turns into us bringing half of the house?
Well, I think it starts with you don't like packing. We love traveling. Nell hates packing. I love packing.
Hate it.
And then you put it off, and then you just pile everything into stuff, and then, you know, with no real plan.
Yeah, that's pretty much true.
That's probably why, to be honest with you.
Well, you guys, we are getting ready to pack for a big trip, which you'll find out later on down the line.
Big international trip.
Yes, but we've got a quick little trip to take before that, so we've got to do a little bit of packing today.
Yes, we do. And I love to pack, so I know you're dreading it, but I'm not.
I am, but we're gonna make it a little easier, so stay tuned and follow along on this tiny little adventure we've got going on.
Yeah, it's not much, but we're gonna get to test out some new gear.
Yeah. Right, so we've got the packing to do, and we're gonna take you along on the journey, but first we have to show you.
This is real life right here. You're walking through Kenny and Nell's house.
We have to show you the chaos that is packing for Kenny and Nell. So here we go.
Mostly Nell.
Yeah, this is a scene, you guys, let me tell you.
Like, why is this like thrown?
I need a dress, and I don't know if I want to take it or not.
So it's just thrown there.
Yeah, so I've got jeans, and where we're going is going to be like, just, I need a lot of things. So we've got chargers, I have earplugs because Kenny snores really badly at night, and then I have other things. Oh, unmentionables. We'll take that out of the shot.
Who else has flamingo swimming trunks, right? Come on, guys.
All right, so all of this chaos. Oh, hi, Lucky.
As you can see, guys, though, I'm a little more organized.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, you know what's going to help me be more organized? Bagsmart products, you guys. We have some new gear to use. Thank you to Bagsmart for sponsoring today's video. They're going to make this packing process that much easier. All right, first things first, I need to actually decide what is going to come along with me. I've got my laptop to take, I have a charger, I've got this, I've got linen, I've got tank tops, I've got a dress, unmentionables, all of the things. So I need to decide what to take, and then once I do that, I can start actually packing and organizing into some packing cubes.
Yes.
So once I get that done, we're gonna get them into the packing cubes and we'll be off to the races, right? That's it. That's super easy, simple. We're done, right?
That should be simple for most people. Not for Kenny and Nell.
Not usually.
No, but today I think it will be.
I think so. All right, I think we actually have a little bit of organized chaos here. We've got piles at least of clothing.
Maybe a plan.
Maybe a plan. All right, so what is your plan exactly? Like how are you gonna pack this?
I mean, I typically start when I lay everything out, not so much like your pile. I lay like t-shirts and shorts together, and then like last I do underwear and socks. I don't have any of that laying out right now because nobody needs to see that. But typically, I haven't always been a packing cube guy. I'm kind of the roll method. But today's going to be a little different thanks to these guys. So this is going to be cool. I'm excited to try it.
Yeah, okay. So I like to also separate my things. So I have like shorts and jeans, and then I have tops and things like that. And then I have like swimsuits and electronics, dresses. So I like to keep all those things separate. So when I get to my location, I know exactly which bag has what in it. I also like to have a little toiletry bag. So I put all my toiletries in this packing cube here. We can't take the cat, that's for sure.
Come here, look.
Although she's a big fan of us packing, that's for sure. So I've already got my toiletry bag packed, and fun fact, I've actually been using Bagsmart products for years. I use this one for airplanes because it's clear, obviously. But for this one, we do not require an airplane. So I'm gonna pack separate things in this guy and this guy here. And the really cool part is they are color coded, so you can get different colors and then arrange however you need to. Yeah,
so remember, as she said, if you are traveling and you're flying, your liquids can't go in a bag like this. Make sure you put them in a compliant clear bag.
Yes.
But for trips like this, toiletries are going in this guy.
All right, and one other quick thing to note, and sorry for my messy, super messy closet here in the background. That's just real life. But these packing cubes are actually expandable, as you can see. And if you want to have the compression feature, you can do so by zipping it up. It's really difficult to do
How
this
about
with one
I film
hand.
for you while you do that?
Oh, that's really nice. That would be great. Thank you. So it's expanded right now, but if you zip it up, you can enable that compression feature, which will allow you to fit this in your luggage even more easily. So see, now it's like
Holy crap. That thing,
super compressed.
That thing's like flat now.
I know, right?
It's perfect.
All right, moving on in this packing process. Here we go. Okay, so that went surprisingly easy and quick. So now we're actually ready to pack in the carry-on, the rolling carry-on. A lot of times on these trips, we just share one because we don't have like kids or anything. It's just the two of us, so we can fit our stuff into one carry-on a lot of times. And we're used to backpacking, so this is actually a lot of space for us. But I am going to use the Bagsmart Getaway 20-inch carry-on. This is actually airline approved, so you can use this as your carry-on bag. There is an expandable capacity, and it goes from 40 to 48 liters. So this is a super awesome thing we've got going on here. I'm going to open this up and we're going to put our packing cubes in. There's actually a wet dry separation area as well, so if you've got swimsuits and things like that, you can make sure all of your stuff is separated. So okay, let's go ahead. Give me your packing cube, sir.
Okay.
You only had to use one.
By the way, here, you take the cube. And I was telling her, in that cube, there are 7 t-shirts and 4 pairs of shorts.
That's kind of wild. All right, so now officially putting the packing cubes in the carry-on. So I've got the big one right here. I've got a toiletries bag right here that's gonna go right next to it. And I'm gonna zip that guy up here in this carry-on. If you want to get a little bit closer, I can show you all of the compartments. We've got a compartment here, we've got one right here, and we've got another one here, under here. Isn't that cool? But also, you guys, this opens up here. That's like a whole thing. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so I am going to put these other 2 packing cubes right in here like this, and they're gonna fit freaking perfectly.
It's like the bag was made for it.
I know, and we still have room for shoes and electronics and all the things. And like I said, this is just a short little trip, so we don't have a ton. I'm just gonna zip this puppy right up, and we're good to go.
I think Bagsmart thought of everything in that roller bag.
I think they did, but we still have a backpack
We do.
with like more electronics and things that we have to shove in. So it's not over yet, you guys, but we're getting through it. All right, now that the carry-on's been packed, we're gonna head on over to pack the Blast Pro 38-liter travel backpack, which is Kenny's favorite.
I've been kind of stoked about this. I've been ready to pack this thing since it arrived.
Yeah.
So I love a backpack. We fly out of our local airport a lot, which has a lot of Allegiant flights. And so backpacking is a must on Allegiant to save a little bit of money. But look at these packing cubes, how they all fit. This is my toiletry bag, by the way.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Look how they all fit right in there. There are some clamps if you want to use them. I don't think it's quite necessary for this. But zip up.
I want to mention this is also a 180-degree clamshell opening,
Yes.
which is super cool. This is airline approved, obviously. You can actually expand the capacity from 28 liters to 38 liters.
And this counts as your personal item, not necessarily your carry-on.
Yes, that is true.
There is a there's actually a pretty big zipper pouch right there on the inside of the main opening. But you close it up here. There are some compartments. Let's flip it around here. There's some compartments right on the top here. Yeah. There's one right there. There's a larger one right there.
Mm-hmm. There's an adjustable divider too.
Yeah.
Which is super cool. And one of our favorite parts is the lay flat laptop compartment.
Yeah, so if you flip it over like this, let me find the zipper spot. Here it is. So this opens like so,
Look at that.
And here you are.
It looks like a cot from this angle.
That's what I'm saying. And look, so your laptop slide right in here. Put that there. If you happen to have, you know, I have an extra cable here, a portable power bank. They can slide into this spot. Usually have an iPad that also goes in here for watching videos on the plane, but we're not going on a plane this time. And then fold that back over and zip it. Oh, that's not the right spot. Here we go. There's a lot of zippers here, so you have to find the right zipper when you're doing this.
You know what? This makes me hungry.
And that,
You know what it's time for and what we also need to pack?
you're hungry in the middle of a video?
Yeah!
Okay.
I mean, there's plenty of space. You guys, we need snacks.
Ugh.
I gotta hit the snack cupboard. Or cabinet, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, we've got to have Cheez-Its, we've got to have chips, all the things. So, and I've got all my supplements and things up there too. But snacks are more important, just so you know. So let's pack these puppies up. Sorry for my messy bathroom as well.
Coming back?
I am coming back. We gotta make sure we gotta take snacks.
Okay, do I have to open this back up for snacks?
No, it's fine. All right, we're gonna pack the snacks.
You know what? The snacks can go up here, actually. But you might. Yeah, that's good.
Wait, where are the snacks going?
Snacks going right in this outer pouch if you have two small, like, chip bags like
I
we
like
have.
it. All right.
And that way they're also not getting smashed being, like, on the inside.
True.
So
Okay.
keep them on the outside.
All right, I think we actually are about ready to head out. We're just gonna gather up some more things and get our actual selves together, and we'll be heading out on the road.
I have one last thing.
What?
So we're not traveling international this time, but our next trip is. It has a little secret pouch on the back right here that zips open, so you can slide your passport in, so you don't, and it's against your body while you're carrying it, and you don't have to worry about pickpockets or a cat taking your passport. That she's apparently.
I'm
Gonna
not
eat
worried
the
about the
chips.
cat. Oh, there she goes. All right, you
go ahead, have the
enjoy
chips.
that, girl. All right, we'll be back. Alrighty, sir, it's time to load up.
Yeah, I guess it's about that time.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna put.
Also, super light, even though it's pretty full.
Nice. Okay, so I don't know that we mentioned what we're actually doing. So we're doing a little hiking trip. So my hair is in my mouth. Oh my goodness. So not only do we obviously need our clothing and stuff like that, we also need like a cooler. We need chairs. This is a massively heavy cooler, by the way.
Even when it's empty, it's heavy, which is.
Yeah. But I mean, all of this stuff, like the packing cubes and the backpack and the carry-on, makes it super, super easy to access everything while we're actually traveling and to load up. And there's so many benefits, whether you're going on a road trip or you're hiking or you're traveling through an airport, whatever. Like, this is the real deal. So we're super excited to have this stuff. Well, it looks like we're loaded up now, I guess. I can stop talking.
Yeah, it's about time to get on the road.
All right, let's do that.
Let's go.
I said I was hungry. I need a snack, and nobody needs a hangry now. So
No.
I'm gonna do that. I'm actually gonna reach in, because I have the backpack right here. I'm gonna reach right into this compartment and get me a bag of chips, because I'm starving and I need to save this guy's sanity. So
I also wouldn't hate a chip or two.
all right, well, let's have a snack.
Okay.
Actually arriving at our destination. Don't you just love a little gravel road? It makes the car nice and clean.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't wash it before we did this.
All right, so we're coming up on a trailhead here that we're going to start a little walk/hike on. So I think this is going to be our activity for the day, and yeah, we're gonna get ourselves situated here. All right, you guys, as you know, we have just arrived at our destination. However, I'm feeling a little not fresh at the moment, so I'm gonna get into my toiletries bag and
I thought I smelled something.
grab
on
some.
that
Hey, listen, grab some deodorant. But the cool part is because we have everything super organized. I don't have to go very far to find it, so I'm just gonna head into my toiletries bag and hey, this is a private moment. You don't have to record me putting deodorant on, you know.
But I'm going to.
No!
Okay, fine. All right, let's look away.
All good.
I like the color of the inside of that bag too, by
Very
the way.
cool. All right, we are ready for our hike.
All right.
All right, before we head out, Kenny wanted to mention one more cool feature about this backpack.
Yeah, so I'm taking the backpack, even though I don't necessarily need it on the hike, but it's got a cool like water bottle pouch on the side that's actually expandable. Yeah. So if you have like a thicker reusable water bottle, it'll fit. And I don't feel like carrying it, so I'm just gonna slide it in the backpack. And since the backpack is comfortable, I'm just gonna take it on the hike.
Sounds good. Let's go. All right, you guys, we are well into our little hike here on this trail.
A little humid today.
A little bit. But we hope you enjoyed packing with Kenny and Nell. This is not...
like living with Kenny and Nell, packing with Kenny and Nell.
There's all kinds of
with Kenny and Nell.
subcategories. But yeah, I mean, Bagsmart has made it super easy for us to pack today and less time consuming.
Yeah, a lot less time consuming.
Yeah, less chaotic, which is exactly how we like to travel.
That's right. So, yeah, thank you to Bagsmart for sponsoring today's video. This gear is super awesome, and I can't wait to get it on an airplane, to be honest with you.
Yeah, for sure. But if you are interested in any of the gear that we used today, we'll leave the Bagsmart link in the description below. And so you can check out the pieces that we actually used.
Yeah. And
get some for yourself.
Yeah. So also stay tuned. We have a big adventure coming up. We're hitting a bunch of new, it's the furthest we've ever traveled. We're hitting a bunch of new airports and a couple of new airlines for us. So.
And a new country.
And a new country. So these Bagsmart bags are going to come big time in handy.
Yes. So let us know in the comments. Are you just throw it in the bag kind of traveler, or do you like to be organized and, well, as organized as possible like us? So let us know in the comments, but stay tuned for more awesome content.
Yeah.
Like I said, big trip coming up. Yeah, so watch some of the other videos on our channel in the meantime. But thanks for being here today. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Thanks for watching. Smash that subscribe button.
We'll see you later. You guys.
That was so weird.
And take two.
You didn't warn me.
Okay, this is definitely going in the bloopers. Why does a quick little trip always have to...